looks like His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales, Prince William, finally truly believes now enough is enough. Now the only thing he's got to do is convince His Majesty the King. As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London, and as ever, nice to have your company, whatever you're doing. Love the fact that you got so involved in many of the recent videos. I know we're heading to winter, and a lot of the topics are a little bit darker, aren't they, at times? But this is the news, this is what we're dealing with, as we know, around the world right now. It's all very dark and confusing. Amongst all of that, of course, we had the lovely tribute, I felt at least, two wonderful ladies, Kirstie Alley, Christine McVie from Fleetwood Mac. What talented girls they were, and all gone way too soon. But as I said, what a wonderful legacy they left behind. Interesting to note now, of course, is the breaking news about our British monarchy. Seemingly, it's the biggest rolling news for a long time, and it's been a very busy year this year. We've enjoyed the spectacular success of the Platinum Jubilee celebrations. Love to know your memories. We'll do something about that nearer Christmas. Would be nice to know what you thought, what you enjoyed. I think Paddington, definitely. We'll just leave that one there for now. And then, of course, we had the sad demise of our wonderful monarch, Queen Elizabeth II. But what's interesting here is the breaking story, as we now know, concerning the former royals known as Harry and Meghan. And it's very hurtful to His Majesty the King and ongoing to the Prince and Princess of Wales, Catherine and William, because everything is impacted, whichever way people look at it. Now, as you know, the biggest problem that they have looming is not necessarily the forthcoming book from Prince Harry called Spare. If anything, I'd be more concerned if I were the publisher, Penguin Random House. This is because when you think about it with Penguin Random House, they're not exactly quick off the mark at marketing anything. So while they've paid out a lot of money, I think they're probably basking in the glory that they have that reflected name attached to them. Possibly not so when the book doesn't sell that well. But it is the forthcoming coronation of His Majesty the King that's problematic. Not really just for the Prince and Princess of Wales, but for the general public. And William has basically picked up on this rather astutely. He knows that over here in the United Kingdom, and possibly now across the Commonwealth, no one would wish to see the return of his younger brother. After all, he's basically said, that the family are not necessarily for him. There are lots of things that he disagrees with, and he was happy to leave. So why then should he come back for a celebration? A celebration that is really, really being looked forward to by many Britons over here in the United Kingdom, when all the while we know that this could possibly be trashed in another documentary interview further down the line. William's obviously got the gist of this, as has Catherine, and let's not forget, it's their legacy that they're going to have to pick up and deal with in the future. The bigger sticking point really now is His Majesty the King, as I say, kind-hearted and a father above all to his youngest son. And the problem is, how now does he deal with it? According to a very good source at the palace, what they simply want to do is to find a way of, well, shall we say, being kind about a possible invite to the coronation. But they know, according to that source, that Harry and Meghan would seize upon the opportunity to be placed once again back on the world stage. Now, whether that's reflected in the good way for the British monarchy or in a bad way, as ever, remains to be seen. But according to that good source, as ever, we have to say that His Royal Highness, the Prince of Wales, thinks that this would be a bad idea moving forward, particularly on such an auspicious occasion and one of celebration. Now, there's 4 months technically after the release of the book for His Majesty the King to make a decision. Which way do you think it will go? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.